Hello there, my beautiful guys, gals, my pals. I'm Danny, and today we are back to complete, maybe, the Ballpoint pen saga. Pew! If you've been on my channel for a while, you'll know that I've been making lots of videos with this pen, because I did one where I drew with it for the first time, I did another one drawing a dragon, and now I've been drawing with it for like a couple of months, mostly doing classes, and I wanted to try and use all that I've learned to see if I can make epic art with this pen. So that's what we are going to do now, and I hope you enjoy. Let's go to the desk. Hi guys, I've missed you, and I've been away for a couple of weeks, and I feel like I've got to explain that a little bit before I start this story. So, well, I'm still in school, and last week I had a lot of tests and presentations to prepare and stuff, so I said I'm only going to post one video this week. That was the mermaid one, and then I'm going to take some time to focus on school. I actually filmed another video in that time, but it was so rushed and I felt like I just couldn't publish it because I just wasn't proud with what I drew in that video, and I didn't have time to film it again. And anyways, my tests ended yesterday actually, but just as I was about to start filming, can I tell? I'm sick! Yay! I actually got sick the day before the tests, and I'm still not better, and I've been wanting to film this voiceover for a few days because I actually filmed the video already, but then I went to visit my grandmother and I was like, I'll just record the voiceover tomorrow, and the next day I was coughing a lot and my nose was all not working, so yeah. So I tried to postpone it, and then I got worse, and I postponed it again, and now I'm still not better, but you know what? I want to film this video, so please forgive me if I cough in the middle of the voiceover. I filmed a few times and it was kind of bad, but I don't know, third time's the charm, I guess. And forgive me, I'll try to post more often. We might be in one video a week, still next week, because I'm also working on something else. That's kind of a secret project, so that's fun. But now that we're working on such an ambitious drawing, I actually wanted to tell you a story about ambition. And it has to do with an art teacher I had. So, when I had an art class in school, that particular teacher I thought handled art a lot differently than it should have been handled. And by doing this art teacher ended up hurting their students' interest in art. I just want to say I have nothing against the teacher personally. They were a nice person and were kind to me. I'm just critiquing them as a teacher and explaining why the way they taught their class was harmful to the students. I'll be using myself and a friend as examples in the story, so let's start with me, shall we? I was actually the teacher's favorite student, and you might think that's a good thing, but it really wasn't. At this point I was very shy. I didn't have many friends at all, so I never spoke in class and always focused on my work. I believe this is why the teacher liked me so much. And at the beginning of the school year, our first project was a still life drawing with charcoal, and I loved it a lot and got a lot of praise from my teacher on it. I think I drew an apple, a watch. I drew a lot of stuff because I was so excited. And I think I made 3 more drawings in that next classes. And so, from that point on, the teacher liked me a lot. And we started doing other projects and move on into other areas of art I wasn't as good at. Because if you watch the channel, you'll see that I actually can draw with charcoal and I really like it. And I think it started back then, so maybe it actually was in that class. So maybe that class wasn't as harmful as I thought, but let's get back into it. And as we were doing other things, I look back at those drawings and, well, they aren't that good. They were awful, honestly. I had no idea what anatomy was, really, it's so bad. I'm not sure where they are now. I found them when my house was having renovations then, and I found them and Mom, just burned them all. But now I wish I'd kept them so I could show you, but anyway. My use of color was terrible, my technique was non-existing. This was a few years back, so I've grown a lot since then, but still.
I got that highest grade in that class and I didn't deserve it. Then there was my friend, and she liked art from the beginning and tried to be ambitious with her projects. And what's the problem in that? I mean, we're at school to learn stuff, and being ambitious is good, you learn stuff by pushing yourself. But she got along well with everyone, and so she used to speak in class. It didn't matter that she was actually working hard and using techniques much better than me. She got awful grades because the teacher didn't like her because she talked in class, and she's a very friendly person, so yeah, she's gonna talk. Also, our desks were like next to each other, like we were like centimeters away from each other, almost elbowing each other. So it was hard not to talk. Also, there were a few projects in particular that I like to talk about. In the first one, we needed to draw with colored pencils, and we spent classes working on this. She spent classes working on this amazing blue gradient with stars. It was great. I loved it. Every time our class was over, I would go over to her desk to check it out, how she was doing. But unfortunately, it was so time consuming to work on like such an ambitious thing that she couldn't finish it in time. That because of course art classes have less time than most other classes we took, because it was just a complementary thing in school. So I made some easy pencil drawings, awfully painted by the way. I hated how they turned out, and again, I had no technique back then. And I was able to finish, but she couldn't, and she got a bad grade and I got a good grade, even though, technically speaking, her work was a lot better than mine, but she couldn't finish in time. But she still got some stuff done, and the teacher should have looked at that. Instead, she just gave him a really bad grade without considering what she had done. She just considered what she hadn't. In the second project, we had to draw something using optical illusions, and she drew these beautiful stars with weird patterns that made them look like three-dimensional and stuff. It took a long time to do just one star because she was going so carefully over everything with ink. She made everything in pencil first and checked all the angles to make sure the effect would work because she wanted to get it just right. Spoiler alert, she was close, but she didn't manage to finish the last star. I did a colored pencil drawing, once again awfully painted, and finished early because it was simple, and got the same result as in the first project. And while my friend, she got a bad grade again. I think it was a little bit better, but still, the teacher criticized her for not finishing in time. Maybe if she wasn't talking she would have, but come on, we were just pre-teens, we talked to each other, and my dog just barked. I'm sorry if you can hear that. Anyways, I'm not saying my friend shouldn't have been punished for not finishing on time. There was a deadline and she should have finished by the end of it. I'm saying I hate how this teacher completely ignored her passion and desire to push herself. I mean, this was someone who liked drawing in her free time, and this teacher was crushing her ambitions by favoring fast and bad drawings over more time-consuming ones. Quantity over quality. Anyway, I understand she had a limited time in class to let us work, but she could have still encouraged my friend or praised her on her good work. Instead, she yelled at her, grounded her, and insulted her drawings. I mean, she didn't go into any rude language or anything, but still. The worst part is that my friend wasn't the only one who suffered. I did too. My teacher praised and showed off my bad drawings so much that I didn't feel motivated to improve. I kept using the wrong techniques, thinking they were good, and didn't feel the need to keep learning and pushing myself. I could have grown so much more as an artist and be better today and make better videos for you. And if back then this teacher had pointed out what I was doing wrong and encouraged me to keep going. Instead, they graded assignments based on their personal opinion of the students and their behavior. If the teacher liked you, you got a good grade. If they didn't like you, you got a bad grade, despite the work you put in. Now, I saw this happen with every single other student in class. They also valued fast work over good work, as I mentioned before, which I think is very bad mentally when it comes to art. You should work hard on all your pieces and not cut corners to get it done faster, so you can jump into the next project without stopping to think about what you just did. You need to improve, you need to think, what did I do right in that project, what did I do wrong, what can I do better in the next one? But my art teacher didn't try to point out our mistakes or help us improve in any way. She just wanted to finish whatever we were doing so we could move on to the next drawing and the next one until the year was over. So please let me know what you thought about this and let me know if you've had similar experiences. This is one of the few stories that I'm actually reading from a script because I wanted to make my points clear. Also, I'm sick, so my improv skills aren't as good, and when I'm telling more funny stories, I think I can improvise a lot better. This was voiceover was probably one of the longest I've done and will probably make the video longer, but I really wanted to get this story out there because it really changed me and I feel like it affected my art a lot, so I wanted to see what you think of it. So please let me know in the comments, and I really hope you enjoyed this drawing. I wanted to put this story next to a drawing that's all about ambition, and this is it because making a complex drawing with just a ballpoint pen is an ambitious thing, and I wanted to put these two things together so you can see that ambition and pushing yourself, because I wasn't sure if I could do this when I placed that piece of paper on my desk and picked up a pen. I didn't know at all, but pushing yourself and not giving up, that's what helps you improve. And there are flaws in that drawing, but next time I try something like this, I will look at those flaws and I will see how I can improve. And that's what I want you guys to take from it. So again, thanks very much. I'm sorry this video had a longer voiceover, but I hope you like this story, and please share it with people who might need to hear this, or people you think may have some insight into the situation or interesting opinions. Please like the video if you like the video, as I always say, and subscribe for more, because soon enough we'll be back to videos twice a week, as I try to do it. I'm sorry, I was sick. I'm actually really happy because I haven't coughed. That wasn't planned. I'm sorry. Okay, bye!
And we are now done. Look at it. We actually did it, and I kind of made a mark on my desk because I was using so much strength doing the eyes. But that doesn't matter because it looks so cool. And this might or might not be the end of the ballpoint pen saga, because I'm gonna leave a little poll in the video. So if you want me to do more of this, say vote that, and if you don't, then vote nah. Okay? Sound good? So as always, thanks to my editor Milky for editing the video together. And be sure to leave a like if you like the video and subscribe for more. And I'm gonna be trying to make more art videos twice a week now. Yay!